Just when the K-pop world thought it had had enough of being surprised by Jungkook's various solo accomplishments, all of a sudden the news broke without warning, without signs, and without mercy for the hearts of fans. That morning, the timeline instantly shook. Jungkook's new photo for Calvin Klein went viral. However, for some reason, this time it felt different. There is something behind that gaze. Something that not even 1,000 words or 1,000 Instagram filters can explain. As usual, the internet is on fire. Oh my god, this is not human. We're not ready for Jungkook's comeback yet. There is something strange in the picture. Take a good look. Those comments flooded every corner of the social media platform, but what exactly made the fans so out of control this time? Is it just Jungkook's charm that is always stunning, or is there something much deeper hidden behind Calvin Klein's camera lens? It's no secret that whenever Jungkook's name appears alongside Calvin Klein's, the internet seems to stop working. The hashtag Jungkook's Calvin Klein instantly shot to the top of the world's trending in just minutes, but this time, a sudden silence fell after the first wave of hysteria subsided. There was a strange aura, not just because of the pose or the chosen outfit, but the mood of the photo itself, dark but elegant. Full of mystery, but also seductive, and the most striking, Jungkook's gaze, which seemed to hold a secret that should not yet be revealed. A fan wrote on an international forum, "I'm not just looking at models. I saw the message." Message? From who? For who? The question began to spread like wildfire in a dry forest. Shortly after the official photos were released, fan accounts began to analyze every detail, from the direction of the light to the movement of the hands, even the seemingly accidental folds of the shirt. Some theorized that Jungkook was conveying something hidden. Why is his expression like that? As if he knows something we don't yet know, one fan wrote on Twitter. The vibe is very personal. This is not just a fashion advertisement. There is a story behind it, added another. The longer, the wilder the speculation. Some even mentioned that this photo shoot looked more emotional than the previous one. There was a kind of silent but intense energy that could only be emitted by someone who was harboring a great secret, and fans, as always, are not the type to easily let it pass without investigation. It didn't take long before theories began to emerge. A fanbase account with thousands of followers uploads in-depth analysis with captions. Take a look at the reflection behind the right frame. Is it just a light effect, or is someone standing there? The post went viral immediately. Thousands of comments flooded the column. I saw it too. Don't tell me that's what we think. Why didn't Calvin Klein explain this? But as always, Calvin Klein chose silence. No clarification, no response, and silence, in Jungkook's world, is often more dangerous than words. Those who follow Jungkook's career know that each of his performances always has its own vibe, but this time, the aura that appeared was more mature, more intense, and more personal. Some even consider this not just a comeback photo shoot, but a silent statement of a global star who wants to say something to the world. He's like, I'm here, but not completely, one fan wrote on a Korean forum. The gaze is not just a modeling expression. It was the look of someone hiding something. Even the Korean media began to speculate, albeit with cautious language. An entertainment portal writes, Jungkook's latest photo shoot for Calvin Klein raises more questions than it answers. What makes it all the more suspicious is the fact that the concept of this photo shoot is very similar to an old photo shoot that Jungkook did years ago, before he became an official global ambassador. Both use dark lighting, cold atmosphere, and almost identical intense expressions. Fans began to wonder, is this a coincidence, or is there someone involved again behind the camera, like before? I feel the vibe is very déjà vu, one user wrote. Is the photographer the same? Or someone who has certain memories with Jungkook? That question leads in a new direction. Who exactly is the figure behind the scenes of this photo shoot? And did Jungkook deliberately let the shadow of that past resurface? Fashion editors from top magazines write on social media, every time Jungkook works with Calvin Klein, it's not just an ad campaign. It was a cultural phenomenon. However, some entertainment journalists added an interesting note. This time, the campaign feels more personal. Like Jungkook wants to control the narrative about himself. What narrative is meant? Is this a form of artistic freedom, or a hidden message for someone he can't greet in person? From Twitter, TikTok, to international forums, the one thing that keeps getting talked about is not just Jungkook's visuals, but the meaning behind them. Fans from different countries compare each photo, look for patterns, read signs. In the third photo, the position of his hands is very similar to the pose of a person in a Calvin Klein ad last year. Is that a coincidence? That look to the lower left is exactly what he did in the behind-the-scenes video. But he was looking at someone. Speculation continues to grow. One theory even suggests that Jungkook's pose this time may be a form of code silence for someone he had a special relationship with in the past, either professionally, or perhaps beyond that. Some visual analysts even highlight the use of mirrors in some photo frames that, in their opinion, the mirror is a symbol of self-reflection, but also of duality between the visible and the hidden. Calvin Klein never chose a symbol in vain, wrote one Korean visual art critic. If Jungkook appears in front of a mirror, it's not just about fashion. It was about someone looking at himself, or someone looking back from the other side. Is it possible that the mirror is a metaphor, or is there really someone on the other side of the reflection? Meanwhile, fans found another coincidence. In one of Jungkook's solo songs released some time ago, there are lyrics that read, "Looking back at me, but you're gone too far." Now the lyrics are being talked about a lot. Are the lyrics related to the concept of his latest photo? Is this a coincidence, or part of a larger message he is secretly building? For longtime fans, Jungkook is no longer a shy, smiling teenager on stage. Now he is a figure with a mysterious charm, almost untouched, and sometimes unpredictable. Every gesture of his now contains meaning. He's changed. But is this change natural, or is it due to something happening behind the scenes? The question was the subject of heated discussion in the international fan community. Some thought Jungkook was now showing his most honest side, but others felt he was hiding something behind his calm demeanor. After days of speculation, Calvin Klein finally released a short 30-second video, "Dark, Quiet," and at the end, only one sentence appears on the screen: "He's back." However, what made everyone tremble wasn't that sentence. It was the faint shadow seen behind Jungkook in one final frame, not a photographer. Not the staff, but the silhouette of a person standing still, facing him. Suddenly, online forums exploded again. You see that? Who is standing behind him? Is this intentional? Or coincidence? Calvin Klein remained silent, Jungkook did not comment, and the world is again left to guess. Some fans tried to calm down, thinking that maybe it was just a lighting effect, or a camera trick. However, for others, the shadow is not accidental. It is a symbol of something unfinished, maybe someone, maybe a feeling. Or maybe, something that not even the camera should reveal. One thing is certain, Jungkook is back. But this time, he brought something with him, something inexplicable, but felt by all who saw it. And maybe, behind every photo of her Calvin Klein, there is a story that only those who really pay attention to her can understand.